to see that Pal Talk is agreeing with what I'm about to say on the show.
Yes, Pal Talk gets a little advanced info.
I keep forgetting about that. We got the Pal Talk cameras, in studio. People are checking us out all over the country through the Pal Talk, and they get to listen to what we're talking about as you guys are listening to promos and commercials and shit.
I think this is the only radio show in the country where you have the potential of listening in on what goes on during the breaks. Like even MSNBC, I guess, that's what Imus is on?
Yeah.
You can see during the commercial breaks sometimes, but they turn the sound off.
Right.
You're not listening in. This show, you can hear the crap we're saying when the mics aren't on.
And we say the real shit.
Sometimes I forget to turn the mic off during sensitive material. And
there are times I'm like, Anthony, please tell me the Pal Talk audio was down.
There are times we do have to shut it off if we're talking about business matters.
Right.
That's what I want to do. I want to give 1,000 people insider information on the stock or something.
Well, what we
go to jail.
What we were discussing during the break, that guy Mike from D.C. was kind of a buzzkill, and I'll tell you why.
Mike was a cock.
Sean White was here, the Flying Tomato. He won gold in Torino. It was just exciting to have him on the show.
And let me tell you, and I'll be totally honest, cool guy.
Very cool guy. We were hanging.
Very cool.
I thought it was a fun interview, Is it one of those interviews like, oh, my God, you're not going to believe what Opie and Anthony did today? No, but it was just a cool hang.
That was fun.
His people that came with him and publicists and said it was the best interview he has done, and he's interviewed with everybody. They said we did a better job than the Today Show and Bob Costas and the rest of them.
Because there's no pressure.
And then
you
Mike
just sit down and talk.
And then Mike is trying to, blow up our spot saying, oh, yeah, the tough questions. We're just hanging with the guy. He was cool.
We were supposed to go over there, grab his medal. Opie was supposed to, beforehand, heat up a cauldron behind him. And then, because Opie likes to break things, so heat up a cauldron and then throw it in and melt his medal down so we could all laugh at him. And then throw the molten gold in his face.
We like to do the unexpected.
What an ass.
We like to do the unexpected at times. Yeah. But also at times we just want to do the hang.
You can't shit on a gold medalist for no reason. It's stupid. Mm-hmm. Why would you?
We have this reputation that you sit in the seat and come in here, we just beat the shit out of you. That's just not true. There are people that deserve that treatment, and yes, we'll go down that road.
G. Gordon Liddy's another person who sat there. He wasn't ripped apart. We had a lot of fun with him for how much fun you could have with G. Gordon Liddy and not get shot. But that went very well. A lot of people emailed and said it was a really good interview. But some people are just like, dude, you should have. They're giving us advice on how we should interview these people.
Or Dick Cavett when he was here. Nobody trashed.
Right.
What, you trash Dick Cavett?
Dick Cavett, a legend. The interviews he's done, the people he's met. That's what I wanted to know about, and that's what we talked about.
We're finally turning this thing around. I mean, no one wanted to come on our show because of our past reputation.
Yep.
We'll still be dicks when we have to be. Yes, of course.
If a Steve the Whistler sits in that chair, you will get the host being assholes to this guy.
One-man Star Wars guy.
One-man Star Wars guy. Come on. Come on.
Sean White's not one-man Star Wars guy.
If Sean White would have walked in here with some kind of attitude and given one-word answers and, been a dick or something, you'd have seen maybe us be a little more, a little less cordial.
Yeah, but
no, the guy was great, a lot of fun. Had some cool stories. The German fucking watching him piss story. It's very funny. It conjured up an image.
Yeah.
Take a knee. Yeah. Take a knee, you Nazi, and look at that redhead's cock.
And they told me on the way out that they were supposed to do Stern, and now they're blowing off Stern because they got what they wanted here.
There you go.
They really enjoyed
more listeners, by the way, over here anyway. So
right.
Yeah, the guy's got a gold medal. It's not like he has a disease of the mind.
Well, this is it.
Gold medal winner.
I'll sum it up. We can't just shit on everybody. We can't do it. Because then no one will come on this show.
And I asked good questions. I was like, so what was that like?
That was riveting.
That was a good
man,
one.
To give people...
Jimmy, were you even in the room?
Dude, I don't fake it. I know nothing about snowboarding.
So, you're over there in Italy?
Yeah. Do you have any pizza or whatever?
I was literally out there going, is Jim in today?
As Alex Rieger once said, better to remain silent and be thought the fool than speak and remove all doubt. Alex Rieger said that. I didn't know about it. You two are doing a great job. I had one thought. If I wanted to chime in, I chimed in. My March line didn't get what it deserved as I smashed.
Wow. Let me tell you.
I have complete faith in that line.
I looked over and wanted to choke you.
Why? That wasn't a bad one.
It wasn't?
No.
It only goes up to March.
Because you were talking about hot chicks and curling calendar, and I said it only goes to March. I was saying that there was only 3 of them.
I don't think there was enough info in there to get the joke.
Okay. Well, it actually was, but it was just
a little too smart. You were a little too smart.
Yeah.
There
what do you think I meant? What do you think I meant? It's just a nutty 3-month calendar, you.
I was trying to. I don't know. I was thinking of when the weather got warmer.
No.
I know now, no.
What kind of goose would I be?
I was silly,
funny.
Not the... Okay.
No, because Open said the chicks were hot or something.
Well, look at how hot this chick is.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
It's Dee Dee.
Oh, my God. It's Anthony Michael Hall.
Right.
That is...
I thought it was Chastity Bono.
This is the girl curling competition?
Well,
they missed the fucking thing.
What do you expect?
They stunk. They missed the other rock. They didn't knock it out. It went straight through the target.
They weren't able to curl it enough.
How do you win this?
It's like it's kind of like marbles. It's kind of like horseshoes. The scoring's like horseshoes, basically. Hey, Manny.
Wait, let me do this
Yeah.
for Jim. The backwards car crash for your joke.
Manny, what's up?
Took it back.
Hey, I just want to tell everybody that you guys are being a bunch of sensitive bitches this morning.
No, we're not.
We are not. We no.
Bear in Maryland.
We're not at all, dude. We're just talking about how we feel, and I happen to feel fat and unattractive.
I'm bloated. I'm retaining water.
So you know what happens when guys are in a room for so many months on end like this? Our periods all sync up, so we're a little sensitive to that.
All right, Bear in Maryland. What's up?
What's
Bear.
going on, boys?
Hey,
Bear.
Hi, sweet Jimmy.
Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to bring some... You must have a whole lot of new listeners with the Howie map and everything, because people don't realize that the Flying Tomato is not a serious questions-only candidate.
Right.
No.
I mean, this is someone you just want to hang out with and be cool. You guys aren't,
And we also can tell when someone...
crying out loud.
We could also tell when someone comes in here and if they're going to call it in or if they're going to have fun. That guy really enjoyed his time on the show. It was a good hang. He was supposed to be here 10 minutes. He was here, I think it was close to 40 minutes.
Yeah, he was loving you guys, man. I mean, that's what it's all about, chilling out and hanging with the stars, man.
I mean, if there was
Gold medal, are you kidding me? What are you going to ask him about conditions of a third world country? Give me a break.
There you go. Thanks, Bear.
I'm punching out.
All right. Enough. We got to move on here. Dave in San Diego. Dave.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Dave.
Hey, Jimmy, you did ask the tough questions. You asked them what a 1200 was, and they had to count on their fingers to figure it out.
360.
Oh, yeah.
6, 7, 20, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1080.
It still doesn't make sense, though. Or did it?
Well, 1080.
1080 and then
another
120.
120. See, but it's a 12 and change, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's not exact math.
No,
I just didn't know what it meant. I don't know anything about it.
3.5 times around or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's like just 3 1/4 or whatever
12.
it would be, or
What?
3 1/3, right? 3 1/3. I don't know.
I think you need a half or a Foley to fall down.
It's gotta.
Yeah, you got a quarter, you land sideways.
You can't land on a quarter. That doesn't work.
I thought of a stupid thing I should have said, too, to make myself sound young. I didn't think of it.
Oh, what would that?
I was talking about this girl. I said, she was babelicious. All the young guys
All
like
the
that.
kids are using that word now.
Yeah.
Hey, before we see what Bill Burr's been up to, we got to say hi to Dugout Doug. He's been on hold for a long time here. Doug, what's up?
Not just here.
Oh, it's no problem at all. Yeah, we've been working since about 6 o'clock this morning.
Yep. How goes it?
What the fuck do these people pay $12 a fucking month for? This show that he puts on is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, Howie's show?
Not even ours.
You don't understand. 10 minutes into the show, they play the fucking "Wake Up, White People." That's from fucking 20 years ago, isn't it? The fucking Would Ye. Oh, douchebag says what? Are you fucking kidding me? You're still fucking doing that?
Doug gets agitated.
See,
Holy shit.
the O&A pests, they're going after Howard now, and they're not happy about it because they have to sit around and listen to that.
Yeah, the worst part. See, the pests are in battle, and then people go, "Well, how is it a battle?" Because they're making calls, and they're the ones that are doing the assaulting. They're not being assaulted, but they are truly. They have to sit through these awful shows in order to assault it, and that's where we get our most casualties from.
They're like doing the surveillance, those guys who sit in the van just waiting for something incriminating, fuck.
They got to listen to just babble before something happens.
Yeah.
This is not a lie. I was on my way home from work last night with my girlfriend, and we're in the car. We're listening to a best of.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Hawk, that's E-Rock, right?" "Yeah." "And he was also Sex Bagel, right?" "Yeah." See, when a joke gets beat to fucking death on your show, you come up with a new joke. You keep, the Steve songs have changed 3 times in the past year and a half. They are still playing fucking Would Ye. Do you know how fucking pathetic that is? That show is horrendous. That show fucking sucks. And not only that, I sent you guys some audio yesterday. I think they got it there for you.
Yeah.
Where he's talking yesterday about how FCC has been keeping him down with their finger on the dump button for the past how many years or whatever.
Yeah.
First fucking call from a pest this morning. That motherfucker dumped on the whole fucking call. The whole call. What are you paying for over there? You're still getting 20 minutes of commercials. He's doing live fucking Corona reads or whatever the hell he's doing. Why is anybody even paying for that shit?
It's a revolution. It's a revolution over there. This is the new unbelievable radio that is well worth what people are paying.
In the message boards, some of your message boards, some of the O&A message boards, they smash the shit out of me when you get the fucking when I call into the show. Do you realize that, like, Bob the Juggler called in already today, Mike the Dwarf, Fred the Midget, Frank the fucking Retard? They have the same people on every fucking show, and they're all something the something. I'm going to be Doug the Caller. Is that fucking original enough?
You know what the problem is? We have a lot of listeners. He doesn't. He likes to think he does. He likes to think there's something going on over there. But he's not getting calls from all over the country. He's getting calls from people that subscribed because they were part of the show. They were the hardcore fans. But there's no more calls coming into his show just from regular people around the country because they're not listening to him.
Now, they're not taking our calls because we're not like,
Oh, yeah, forget about the pests.
Bill the Magician or whatever the hell you name.
Well, you guys just keep the battle going.
But I'll tell you this, we are pounding the phone lines. We've been leaving Tim Sabian some voicemails. We have his office number. We've been getting through to we have a couple of their private lines we've been trying to get through also, but they keep telling us that it's busy and they're not taking calls. But amazingly enough, every time I've called, which has probably been about 80 times this morning, the same person I talk to, because I do a different voice and a different name, I'm the first fucking caller every time from Opie and Anthony.
Well, here's some audio from this morning.
All right, let's listen in.
Let's say hi to Justin. You're on with the great Beetlejuice.
Now, do you take Viagra, Beetle?
Oh, yeah.
You
All right, thank you. More desperation.
Really?
That's right.
Isn't that guy late for work?
Yeah. Oh, my God, the desperation over at XM continues to grow.
How sad.
Yeah.
How sad that guy is.
Yeah. I believe that guy offered too much profanity.
Yeah, but sad. It's really sad.
I didn't like the profanity.
See, now he's trying to come up with an excuse.
Cover up why you dumped out of that. Too much profanity. No, you're not willing to confront these people on the air.
Way to do real radio, Howard.
That's what it is.
Way to do real radio.
Bitching for years. How long did he bitch that dump button had to be used on his show? They're tearing my show apart. The FCC. Blah, blah, blah. I'm being censored. I'm being edited. And he won't confront people. He uses the dreaded dump button. The dump button he bitched about for years and years and years now has his fingerprints all over it because he will not confront our pests. And pests they are. If you didn't hear that, Dugout Doug said 80 calls. Yeah. Only a psychopath pest sits there and calls 80-plus times.
And I don't want
you can't defeat these people.
I don't want these guys to get down on themselves. You do understand you're getting to him, right?
Oh, definitely.
You're not going to get the big phone call on a show probably, but every time you get through and every time you get you talk to the screener.
It's killing him.
Because the screener, just like our show, will go and talk to him and say, Howard, it's just out of control. They will not stop. And that drives him nuts.
Remember, he said there are 4 listeners that they have. That's what Howard said. Our 4 listeners. Show him what 4 listeners can do to his fucking phone lines. Go ahead. Show him. There's only 4 of yous, right? Oh, it should be easy to sort through all the 4 phone calls there, Howard.
Even if there was, there'd still be 320 calls.
Oh, I know. And you're right, because they're pests, and even 4 of them could do that. But there's thousands of these people, and they will tie your phone lines up, and you will not put a call through. But like Ope said, don't let that discourage you. You're still winning because it's tying up his phone, and every time he's got to dump out, it's pissing him off more and more. And he will get off the air today and lose his fucking mind to his staff, to Tim Sabian. Believe me, we've seen this. We know how this works. He will lose his fucking mind. Take pleasure in that.
And eventually he'll just explode on the air, and that'll be the fun.
Oh, the culmination of your fucking hijinks, you pests.
What number are we using today, Doug?
He has other shows. I'm sorry, what was that?
What number are we using today?
For his show?
Yeah.
We'll give him a plug.
What the hell is it? I'm sorry, I got to go back by the computer. I don't have them memorized.
Is it 212-584-5330?
That's one of the office lines.
Oh, that's an office line?
It's like their warm line.
What about 212-584-8880?
That's another one of the warm lines.
Warm lines. Oh, oops.
Yeah, they're like not really like a hotline, but for you know, Fred the fucking whack-a-mole guy or whatever the hell, you know. But he has other shows on the channel, and apparently he gets a little upset when we fuck with them. So we'll have to fuck with the show after the show, and then we'll fuck with the show that is after the show about the show. And then I think no matter what they put on the 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time slot, we're just going to slaughter whatever they put in there from now on.
All right, Doug.
We're going to hit whatever that is every night.
All right, have fun with this, Doug.
We're going to have a blast.
All right, give us a report every once in a while, all right?
Okay, and take care.
All
Bye,
right.
doll.
Bye.
We should all be something to something. I kind of like us all having nicknames. I don't have any.
We'll come up with a nice nickname for you.
How about for everyone, not just me?
We'll start with you.
I don't like that.
Hey, the Truckin' Bozo. Where's the Truckin' Bozo? Like, what channel? Does anyone know? He does a show on XM for truckers and stuff. He's a cool guy. I've heard his show. It's interesting to listen to, and the truckers really dig the Truckin' Bozo. He was talking about us yesterday. Listen to this.
And I hope I can call Opie and Anthony my friends. And because I listen to their show, I know a lot of the guys mention. I find more and more drivers mentioning Opie and Anthony every day. And
so far, so good, right?
Yeah, it's going good. Going good.
So far, so good.
I like it.
And I'm just waiting to see. I'm just waiting to see the real battle start, because I don't think it's really started yet between Opie and Anthony and Howard Long. I mean, if I was making $500 million $100 million a year, I would at least get a haircut. I certainly wouldn't walk around looking like some homeless damn bum who sleeps in a window or sleeps in the door of a store down around Battery Park in New York City. I would get a haircut. That's just simple. I've let my hair grow long a few times, but I've never looked like that. If my father were alive and saw me dressed like that or with my hair like that, he would pull the gun out and shoot me himself.
Oh. Thanks for the help, Truckin' Bozo.
Wow.
Truckin' Bozo.
I like how much he had to explain that, the homeless guy thing. That's
right.
Like, if I was a farmer riding on a tractor, harvesting corn at 5:30 in the morning, it's just like, evidently you didn't get a laugh on the homeless thing, so you had to fucking explain
We love the Truckin' Bozo. We just might have to help him out with some material as far as the Howard thing goes.
I just thought he didn't have to be that harsh.
It was a little harsh.
Was that a run-through, or was that did it actually go out on the air?
That went on the air, yes.
Yeah.
He's a fan of the show, and he's helping us out. So Truck and Bozo,
in his own way, thank you.
He's on Channel 171 Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, all right?
Yes.
God, is that funny. Let's say hi to Tammy in Texas. Tammy, what's up?
Hey, I was just going to tell y'all that Howard Stern ripped off that whole, virus deal. When he was on Letterman, he was saying he was going to spread, the herpes virus and all this bullshit.
He actually stopped himself because he realized he heard that before.
Yikes.
I remember that interview. He was starting down that road and went, and just stopped. So.
Yeah, and another thing, I think Howard invented curling, too.
Thank you, Tammy. Bill Burr in studio. He was talking about, the last time we saw you, you were here for Schizo Bill. We haven't talked to you since.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go to therapy after that one.
Yeah, Bill actually takes a little guilt home with him from
I'm
this
always
show.
with you guys. This is the arc of your fucking with people who are completely defenseless. It starts off a little weird, then it starts getting funny, then it's fucking hilarious, and then it just I don't know what happens.
Goes into sadness.
Dude, when I was standing in that booth and I was looking in here at the back of that guy's head as he was sitting here by himself.
Mm-hmm.
That one point when he just goes, I just want to get out of here.
I just want to get out of here.
Yeah, at that point, I'm just like, all right, somebody.
Let him go.
Throw in the towel already.
We fucked with him for an hour.
And then Ron and Fez fucked with him.
That bit is being downloaded like crazy off Audible.com.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious, but still.
It was hilarious.
It's always funny until you go back out on the streets of Manhattan.
That's what it is. Then you see kids, and you see decent people, and I don't know what happens.
That's what happens. It's the walk from the studio to the parking garage. Now, I take that walk with Bill a lot of times. We leave the show, have a little chat up the sidewalk, and Bill will just talk about how god-awful it was, how he feels so bad about the poor guy that was a schizo, and how we just, I don't know why I jump in while it's happening, and then once the show's over.
I was looking for reassurance.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man, that was... that kind of got bad there towards the ending, huh? I just see him. He's got his fucking Vietnam 12-mile stare as he's walking to his SUV.
That's what I do. I
still
try
see
to
those people as human, Bill?
I try to leave it.
Anybody can blow anybody away. He's giving me that speech.
I try to just leave it here in the studio. My walk back to my vehicle is happy, and I'm going home, and that's it. But Bill, in my ear, just this whole, I felt bad for the guy. That. I get into my truck, and I'm like, what the fuck did we do today? We did this poor guy.
I'm the John Leguizamo character.
Yeah, this poor guy is a schizo, and we just hammered him. We're going to come in and tell a couple of... Fucking Billy, get out of my head! Get out of my head! I am not walking
I was fine
with you.
The first 47 minutes, guilt-free.
Right.
It was just when he was in here by himself looking like he was 8 years old.
And he was digging for medication.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't handle it
talking in his
anymore.
head. I mean, I would have gone fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. It's just like,
he was desperate for medication that he accepted water from an imaginary person. It was an imaginary person in his mind, the beekeeper guy. He actually accepted water.
I thought he was going to lose it.
Good news. He's going to be part of our St. Patty's Day broadcast.
Extravaganza.
At the Hard Rock Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the problem I now have. I should have been more like Anthony. I felt so bad, I ended up sending him a couple of CDs. Now he won't stop emailing me.
Now he's your pal.
Yes.
See? Now he's your pal. You gave him some CDs. He's probably thinking that maybe you could help him get into comedy.
Oh, yeah, all of his personalities have been asking questions.
Sure.
Here's what you got to do if he emails you. You email him back, fuck you, bum, send.
How many different personalities from MySpace did he try to have you make friends with? It's the same guy, but it's...
Schizo Bill, Kooky William. Bunch of shitheads.
Let's go to Jim in Pennsylvania.
They all stink.
Jim, go. Come on. You got to jump right in.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
I was going to say the funniest part of that entire thing, I thought it was done. You went through the whole Ron and Fez thing, and then Ron comes in his voice. Hey, as always, it's Fez Whatley, and who are you? Dude, I freaking lost it. I had to pull over. It was so funny.
Way to bring it home.
Yeah, that was a good one. Knocked it out of the park.
Let's go to Jen in New Jersey. Jen, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know that I called the numbers that you sent out for Howie, and they're disconnected, both of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Way to take it on there, Howie.
Right?
Bring it on.
You said we only had 4 Army members.
Oh, the Army.
Why would you disconnect phone lines?
Exactly.
Interesting.
We got more audio, by the way. Another pest getting through.
James, you're on the air in Miami. Go ahead, James. Robin just got back from Miami. She said it was fabulous. 80-something degrees.
Beautiful weather.
Hey, Howard. Hey, I just wanted to give you props and, welcome you to satellite radio.
Thank you.
I wanted to say that Opie and Anthony are better because I listen.
Yeah, well, you know what? Here's hey, James, I told Pharrell this about you guys.
Yeah.
He got all freaked out about the O&A Army. And let me tell you something, James. James, let me tell you something. Me, you don't freak out. It is so sad and pathetic to see XM now scrambling for anything they can get. It is so over for them, for XM. It is amazing the fourth quarter hit that these guys took. And James, you know, the Army it just is not a really good Army. You know, the Army bullshit is just so gay.
It's over, Johnny.
What are you, a general or a corporal?
They all do that.
Hung up. Go ahead.
He didn't hang up. You hung up on...
Said, dude, it's 5 guys. I've seen them. They've been all out in the streets.
5 guys.
Well, it's 5 guys,
they don't
Howard?
know what to do over there.
Howard, don't do this to yourself.
There's millions of people out there who have not
Shut up, Paul.
Yet.
Shut up, Paul.
Yeah, go get them. Make an attractive show.
Oh, no.
It's got to be killing XM. It's just got to be killing them.
No, it's really not.
Look at the momentum. My God.
You look at the momentum around here. They're rebuilding this entire place. We're doing so
look at what's going on with our company.
Yeah, look.
Long pause.
It's just amazing.
You all right, Howard?
It really is.
You all right?
Yeah, that's where the excitement is, actually getting people to do something they hadn't done before.
And not to be a part of this has got to be killing everyone. And getting Oprah isn't going to help. Oprah's not even going to be... you're never going to see Oprah out there.
It might have to be Oprah and Anthony.
Yeah, that...
Actually listen to Oprah and Anthony.
Oh, she's ready for her own show. She's ready for her own show.
Oprah and Anthony. Now, wait a minute. I kind of like that.
I was going to say, I think that was kind of funny.
The black hole is ready for her own show. God, Howard. You have all that time to fill. You don't have enough confidence in Robin to give her her own show, do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you,
Howard?
And this is where our excitement comes from. This is very exciting for us to make his life a living hell.
It's a lot of fun. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Is he going to lose his mind? He is going to run to Tim Sabean. Here's what's going to happen after his show today. He's going to run to Tim Sabean over there and start yelling and try some way, shape, or form to have Tim call Opie to stop this. I guarantee you that will happen. He is losing his mind.
Well, we're up for the challenge.
Yep.
So far, Howard is coming out and saying, this is pathetic and all, and they have 5 listeners or 5 Army members. I saw the 5 Army members on the streets. You don't see 5 people. You see hundreds of people. You don't notice just 5 people hanging out in a crowd.
No.
You notice hundreds of people that are from the Opie and Anthony show. That's a fact. We've been in the same situations. You don't see 5 people that are from some cheerleading squad or something.
No.
Yes, I would.
But if you see a group of people that is enormous, then you take notice.
Yeah. 5 people.
We had a huge presence, and he knows it.
5 people just screwed up your phones.
So we'll take the challenge. So far, he thinks it's pathetic, and he thinks it's we have 5 Army members.
Yeah.
All right, we're up for the challenge, Howard. Let's see if you're still enjoying it a week in, 2 weeks in,
a month
in.
A month and a weekend.
That's right, Jimmy.
Let's say hi to David the trucker. David, what's up?
Yeah, it seems that I heard little Jimmy Norton last night on the Cool Guy show on the Boneyard.
Oh, Jimmy,
yeah,
comment.
I did. You heard me, or someone hurt me?
Yes, I heard you. You were spitting on the Cool Guy.
Oh, is that a promo or something? It was probably a promo I did for the Boneyard. which was a goof, but it was right after we fought with Cool Guy.
You don't tell us when you're going off doing these things?
Oh, I gotta tell you about every offer. I turned him down. No, we had fought with Cool Guy, and Charlie Logan had me do promos for Boneyard about Sabbath and all this stuff, a bunch of them, and he wanted me to shit on Cool Guy, I think, which I really didn't want to because we had kind of had it out, and I was like, it's done, man. I don't want to be a dick. That might have been audio actually from this show where I spit. I don't know. But afterwards, I was like, why?
All right.
Like when Jimmy spits.
Me too, but I didn't want to do it down in D.C. in a promo. It's like, whatever, we're done with that.
Mean-spirited.
Good point, Ant. That's what I'm trying to say.
We got to get back to the Paula Abdul stuff.
Well, that's where we were going.
Well, we could take a break. I don't know where. Okay, it's right there. Bill Burr in studio. Bill, what are we promoting today? You got a gig coming up, right?
Bananas. Out in, was it
Hasbrook Heights?
Yeah.
Bananas.
How was Poughkeepsie? I heard you were very funny, which annoyed me.
Oh, it was,
Why does that annoy you?
You don't want to hear that your friends are doing really well. You don't like hearing that.
Jim. I was performing in the basement of the Best Western.
Oh, you do the same thing I'm doing, too, yeah.
Your Letterman set was very funny, too.
Oh, thank you very much.
I was listening to that the other day.
Wait, that's got to be weird, by the way. You're on Letterman on Friday on TV, but in
reality,
in your real life, at that very moment that you're on Letterman, you're in a basement somewhere doing the same set, right?
Oh yeah,
that has got to be so
weird. Yeah, just
weird.
a lot more fucks are thrown in there.
Yeah.
Well, you got to
No, it's hilarious. You literally you do Letterman show. It's like you're whisked to the top of the entertainment. It was Donald Trump. Last time I was there, I can't remember who the hell it was, but it's some sort of, celebrity making like $20 million a movie, and you're like, wow, I'm right next to it.
Here.
And then like the very next day, you're like, keep it going for him, Pete. You stand next to a fake plant and an inflated banana. That was the thing. They had like all these bananas. They wait till you go there, dude. It's so. Like, the background is just so wacky, they got all these bananas.
Oh, I've been to Bananas many times. Yeah, it's the worst song in show business history.
What?
Hey, we have no bananas. We have no bananas
that
today.
Gets played?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, did they play that?
That was
the theme song for the club.
Well, you know what kills me is they give you a room at the place, and you're on the ground floor, and the comedy room is right below me. So I'm sitting in my room, and I'm listening to the host go, hey, how you fuckers doing? And it's like coming right through the floor. And I'm just thinking, there's no way they rent these rooms out to old people or people with kids. And this dude was clean compared to me. I can't imagine.
Yeah. You up there
screaming the fuck word.
Potty mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
I will not stay in that hotel again. Last time I was there, I left.
Really?
Yeah, that hotel stinks. I love the gig,
like
though.
it?
No, I certainly hate it.
Good gig, bad hotel
Great
room,
gig,
huh?
shit hotel.
But that's got to be weird. You're on Letterman, and you're waiting to go downstairs to the basement to do comedy on the same night.
Oh, yeah. Happens all the time, my friend.
Yeah.
With a lot of girls.
Not all the time, every couple of months. Now, there's a lot of psychos. I attract psychos. I don't do, I have the exact opposite of like Dane Cook's fans. Like every once in a while I'll get like a Superfinger fan will email me. It's some chick, and when I go to their MySpace page, they'll have like the music, Censorship God. It's always like some sort of Mandy Moore kind of horseshit going on. I'm like, wow, there's a new demographic. I just do not. I'm jealous. He gets all those fucking 18 to 21-year-old Mandy Moore hot chicks, and I get, schizo bills and just a bunch of animals.
I would fuck 90% of his fan base.
Oh, yeah.
They're all chicks, and they're all hot.
I'd fuck the other 10% just to get to that 90%.
I know, and those are the guys. I'd go through all their assholes just to get to their chicks.
And you could mentally justify knowing what was at the other end of this. What's at the end of it.
Just keep peeking over the line. Like, all right, you done?
No, his fans are ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, why don't we go to break with Bill Burr on Letterman? We played this once already. Let's play it again for Bill.
Yes.
It was a great set on Letterman. Congratulations, Bill.
Thank you.
And the plug again, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at Bananas in Hasbrook Heights.
Starting Friday?
Starting this Friday and this Saturday.
All right.
The following week is DC Improv.
Here's our pal on David Letterman, Bill Burr. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Someone's flashing on Pal Talk as we speak here, Anthony. We love the wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's all about wow.
Wow.
That's why I like sitting next to Anthony during these.
Yeah.
That's kind of like you. I just like
you like looking up. Well, I can't put any
I like them broads over there with their titties out in the hoo-ha.
broads. I can't put up any of the cameras today, so I'm not looking at any of the girls.
Well, it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Get the WOW stickers on your rides, and then you're in the game. There are ladies out there that will flash you if they see the WOW. WOW stands for Whip 'em Out Wednesday. The stickers are available through opieandanthony.com. There's an address. You send a self-addressed stamped envelope. We send out the WOW stickers. Okay?
Right.
And if you don't want to bother with that crap, make a homemade sign. That works just as well. But this has been working great for many, many years. Bill Burr in studio. We were talking about curling. We were talking about American Idol. I'm trying to see who else is into this curling thing. Bill Burr,
You're really trying,
another guy,
aren't you?
But then we were all talking during the break how we want to see, like, the amateur curlers. Because they make it.
This is the best of the best.
They make it look so easy on TV. Olympic curling.
Yeah.
You know, when they're sweeping, they never hit the rock. They never fall down on the rocks.
Dude, that is a great point because this is the best of the best Olympic curlers. You can't find better curlers than the ones you're watching. So it looks like, oh, that's what you do.
Everybody plays touch football. You're not an NFL player.
Right.
It's just like bowling and all that.
You
crap.
watch bowling. As a matter of fact, yesterday I'm going through the channels and bowling was on.
Yeah.
So I just stopped for a couple of minutes to check it out. And everyone's bowled. Everyone's, every so often you got nothing to do. You go, let's go bowling. You go bowling. You watch these guys.
Snowed in.
Yeah, snowed in. You go bowling. You watch these guys throw this ball, and it's teetering on the gutter, and then at the last minute it just curves in right into the pocket, destroys every pin on there, and they boom, boom, one strike after the other, after the other. That's the level of professionalism that we're watching in the curling.
Yeah.
So what is it like now? Because you've been bowling, gutter,
Yeah.
2 pins, 1 pin.
Well, because I've been studying this curling thing, and we're taking phone calls. I mean, it's really popular up north, like in Minnesota and all those dumb places. Canada. And they have leagues and all that.
Dumb
with their winners.
Here's the difference. There's 60 curlers, 40 of them are in the Olympics. There's
is that
20
it?
amateurs. Nobody plays this stupid sport.
I'm telling you, Jimmy, a lot of people are playing this on weekends and stuff.
You know they hit brooms.
I want to see those
No, they're
guys.
just lonely guys, Dan. Nobody wants to play?
Right.
Does anybody
Who wants to curl?
Bro, come on.
You know they're getting hammered. You know that they're running down the ice trying to sweep, and they're falling down onto the rocks and fucking up everything. And then you have to, like, place the rocks back to where you thought they were.
What happens in curling if the broom hits the rock?
We've never seen it happen.
It's got to be a disco. Oh, look at this move.
Bravo.
Well,
that is.
I don't know.
No, you wanted to
knock them. You wanted to knock him out.
That was.
I bet you get like a bad broom, kind of like you get a bad pool cue.
Bad pull cue. It's a little warped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough
that could
bristles.
happen. In the amateurs.
You know the guys don't have any form. They're just throwing it with 2 hands sideways and hoping for the best. You run down maybe halfway, sweep a little.
Oh, that's what
give up
that's
to
what
get
it
back to
becomes
your
by
beer.
the end of it. You're just waiting for your buddy to run down so you can catch him in his Achilles. Slide it right into him.
What trumps curling? Like, if they want to go curling, nah, I got to shift through my shit. I swallowed a tooth.
What do you say?
Oh.
But it would be a lot different, you got to think.
Wow, that's a good move. Look at this.
No, that was a horrible hit.
No, but he's going to
Hey, you're allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Wait. You're allowed to sweep in front of the other team's rock if you knock it and it's going out of the ring.
Yes.
To speed it up?
After it hits, then the other team that's kind of on defense can start sweeping away.
Come on,
Your own
that's page 1.
I didn't know that.
That's what I'm telling you.
I just learned something new about curling.
There's incredible strategy. You hit the rock. Right now, the rock that was hit, that guy was just waiting around. He could start sweeping, maybe sweep some of the pebbles in
That's
front
what
to
they
slow
just
it down.
did. They sped it up to knock it out of the ring.
Yes, that's what's so cool about this sport.
Well,
There's
now
a lot
it's
of strategy.
a fabulous game then that I'll watch 24 hours a day.
Professor, what does the sweeping do? Is it the friction?
I asked that same question the other day. I am not even sure.
They spray pebbles, like little pebbles, onto the ice surface with this special hose.
And the sweeping gets it away and makes less friction.
Yeah, I guess you're smoothing down the pebbles a little bit.
If you don't sweep as much, you can adjust the speed and sometimes the direction. Look at this move. Look at this. Knocks him out.
That was an easy shot, though.
So wait a minute.
There was nothing.
Wasn't an
to that.
easy shot.
That thing is moving because of these pebbles. They're not on ice.
It's ice.
It's ice, but
It is
then
ice.
then there's pebbles that are on top of the ice.
A little bit, but there's
little
so little.
tiny little ice pebbles.
Ice
So
pebbles.
it wasn't slippery enough.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But that way, that's how you can vary the speed and direction of the rock.
I'm obsessed with this curling. I'm sorry, but I am. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is the contract of wifely expectations.
Curling huge in
It's like
Canada.
a contract where
you know
it
that.
relates to initial. What a prick.
Hold on 1 second. Effin' Eddie from Kentucky. Go ahead, Eddie.
Hey, Dig, man, I coached ice hockey in Nashville a couple of years ago, probably right after that first Olympics, or last Olympics. And I've got my little kids I'm coaching, and I'm a transplant from up north. And we go out there, and there's these circles painted in the ice, and there's all these fucking stones with handles on them. So the little guys start playing with them before we start practice, and I'm like, it's fucking curling in Nashville, Tennessee, and these guys are real serious about it.
It's taking over, I'm telling you.
Rednecks curling. I'm going to find out when they still got
Rednecks curling.
I'm going to find out when they do it and take pictures. It's got to be a blast. We're always finding bottles, beer bottles and stuff on the side, so I'm thinking it's like bowling.
It's got to be a great drinking sport.
Well, it's Nashville, Tennessee.
It's got to be.
There's beer cans littered around everything.
Eric, outside the library.
Yeah.
Eric, what's up?
I was so searching for the reference.
What's up?
Morning, boys.
This is the last curling call for a while, by the way.
Please.
Hey, Opie, if you want to try it, we have a private curling club right here in Jersey.
A private we're restricted.
Well, no, it's privately owned. We own the the building and the
Private, no Jews or African Americans.
Well, I can give you my phone number off air if you want to try it. Come out and take a look.
It's called Bushwood.
Where?
It's in South Plainfield. It's right off of 287. It's maybe a half an hour away from the city.
Why do you have it as a private club? Do you think that droves are going to come in, or I don't understand why it's private?
No, it's privately owned like an elk, so that we can have a bar and everything.
Do you
like
really
that.
think you have to worry about the Schwoogies running down the ice with a broom?
You tell Russ Howard I'm gunning for him. He's half as good as he says he is. He's going to have to play me to prove it.
That's funny.
You trumped me too. I had a good thing going, and you just made everyone forget about that. You knocked my joke rock right out of the circle.
Oh, I was curling.
That's
We're
right.
joke curling. Trying to knock someone else's joke.
I had a good joke. It was heading toward the bullseye, and you just wham slammed it right out of the circle.
Sweeping with my Caddyshack reference.
Actually, mine was more of a guard. It was an all right joke.
Yeah, so Opie, if you want to try it, I'll teach you how.
No, dude, I was just.
Are you gonna get behind him like the way a guy teaches a hot chick a tennis swing?
We'll move up the end of the broom for him.
He's going to be sliding with them.
Yeah.
I think this place is restricted, Wang, so don't tell me you're Jewish.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not want to play the game. I don't like cold games.
Yeah,
like
but
when
you're
you're on
indoors.
ice.
Dude, all you need,
I don't want to play
once
on the
you
ice.
get like 7 or 8 douchebags out there, you're all going to start talking shit, and any game's going to be fun.
Any game is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You think if your buddies are out there, you'd actually enjoy the curling?
You would be talking. Look, you talk shit the whole game. How the person slides, his
You
fat ass.
suck.
Look at him trying to sweep.
What kind of insults do they hear? You curl like a Hawaiian. Some other warm climate area. You curl like a Brazilian. Oh, those are fighting words. Douchebags.
When does boredom set in, though, and you just start throwing the rocks at your friends and stuff?
After the first
That's
push.
what happens.
You know, you take it seriously for the first end. It's a 10-end game, and you're like, you know what?
You whale another rock into the one they're sweeping.
That's hilarious. You know what? That's the BB gun factor. Like, remember when you're a kid and you buy a BB gun, it's like the first thing you do a little target practice, and then 3 minutes later you're like trying to blow your friend's brains out.
It does escalate fast.
That's true.
All right,
It's all nice about setting up
You get
cans.
firecrackers. Ooh, let's try to blow up a tin can. 5 seconds later, you stick it into somebody's pocket.
Starts out with putting a little Dixie cup over it.
Yeah.
And it ends, throwing them at each other.
Or there's a frog hopping around. What is this in my asshole? What's that crackling noise?
All right. Hey, we went off on an hour-and-a-half tangent. Oops. We're coming back on the highway here. So we were talking about Paul Abdul.
We've curled our bits, Opie.
Yeah, we're curling back to the
curling
American Idol bit. Are you watching American Idol, Bill Burr?
No.
I don't think so.
You got to watch it just to hear what Simon says. Guy's unpredictable.
No, you know what? I actually watch it the first few weeks, and everybody really sucks. And
Yeah,
he just,
That's when I usually bail, Bill.
Yeah.
But this ass got me hooked on it.
Nah,
Now,
you gotta watch the
I'm
whole
into the end now on this one.
Now they gussy them up. They dress them all up. They at first they don't care what they come in looking like, but then they do hair, makeup, clothes, teach them how to present themselves, how to
I know,
address
but
the
then
camera.
they end up like singing like Barry Manilow
Oh, it's
songs,
awful.
and then they critique it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awful.
It's like Barry Manilow sucked when he sung that song.
And all the other shows, it's all about Simon and what he has to say. On this show, it's all about Paula and what she has to say.
Yeah, because she is, as far as I can tell, I don't know. What am I, a doctor? Of course not. So I don't know. But looking at her and having looked at people that have been under the influence of some type of narcotic, she does have a similar look and sound and delivery to those people that I have seen that are on narcotics.
Oh.
Which would lead me to believe, in my personal opinion, which isn't worth a shit, that perhaps there's something going on there.
You don't think it's just guilt? Or the fact that she knows if she actually auditioned for the show back in the day, she would have got booed off?
Oh, yeah. Oh, if she actually would have. Well, not if our judge was E-Rock.
Yes, sir.
Who is a huge Paula Abdul fan.
Oh, do you like Paula Abdul?
Huge. No.
Oh, now you're going to say no?
This is his old theme music we used to play years and years ago.
So what?
He likes this. Look, he's dancing.
Yeah. You right now want to jump up and yell the 2 steps forward, 2 steps back? How the fuck that went?
Do you like her
nowhere.
Do you like her edgier
2
stuff
steps
like
forward, 2 steps back?
Yes.
Cold-hearted
and you
snake?
starve to death because you're right there.
I'm with you, Bill. The edgier stuff. All right, so we got some clips of Paula Abdul just slurring and just saying dumb stuff.
Yeah.
From last night's American Idol.
Allegedly. Would it bother you if I kept throwing the word allegedly, but in the wrong places where you didn't need it?
Yeah, she allegedly said. No, she did.
It's on Wednesdays. Allegedly.
It was good. No sharp moments, but it was good.
Mandisa, you were phenomenal. Thank you. And I got to tell you something. To take on Hart is pretty challenging. And, you know, Carrie Underwood took on Hart and sang Alone. I think you broke the record for just magnificent. You were fantastic. What a way to start the show.
You broke the record for magnificent. It's just so she and her eyes are at half-mast. She's just looking around. She's confused, trying to find the next word.
She's teetering into Tara Reid territory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've noticed also that the girls that are in this competition, because they were all the girls last night and the guys are tonight, and then they vote tomorrow. Fox is trying to figure out some way to have this show on 7 days a week. All the girls, when they sing, have their singing voice. But when they talk, I guess they're singing so much that their voice is Tara reading out on them. They all are like doing their interviews with Ryan Seacrest, and they're, it's been a wonderful time here. We all get along so well. And, like their vocal cords are so shot that sometimes they just shut off, like Tara Reid's did. She's got the raspy voice. It's been wonderful. We're like one big family sitting hotel, and I rehearsed this song so much. It means so much to me and my family. When I was growing up, this CD was all the time, and I from it used to sing it all the time in the car when we were at grandmother's house.
Kelly, here are the great things about you. You're unpretentious. You don't have the diva attitude. You have the likability factor up the scale to the highest level, and that's going to carry you, and you're real, and that is wonderful quality to keep with you.
Up the scale to the highest level.
Up the scale to the highest level. She's a babbling idiot.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly, no, that's for sure.
Oh.
My hat goes off to you're my idol. You're my idol. You're like a little firecracker. You're the Energizer Bunny, and you avoided a wardrobe malfunction all at the same time. And you got everybody up dancing and smiling. And you know what? You are a showwoman, I think. Thank you. Good for you, baby doll.
Showwoman, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. Would you? Thank you.
Is she really that bad, though, you think, in these clips?
Nah, the clips aren't really giving it the justice that it deserves. She to see her at the same time, her mannerisms really help out.
I really supposedly she's stuttering in this one.
I want somebody just once on American Idol to sing, I'm crying over you, crying, crying. That was the song he sang when he was dancing backwards.
Would you? Sorry, I didn't get it.
I disagree. I felt that it was very brave of you to take on that and be very ethereal with it, with the falsetto, and be very intimate, because we've heard you go in and out. You're very trained. You took that song and you did exactly the right thing with that song. So I feel it may not have been the most popular choice, but you still did the right thing with that song. So You made me listen.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's not that bad in these clips.
Really
She
not
sounds
bad.
more like maybe like a family pet died that day.
Yeah.
Turtle got crushed in the driveway.
Well, this one was great because she had nothing good to say to this one lady.
Yeah, and she's like the nice
so she has to come up with something every time. Listen what she has to say.
She has 2 turtles, by the way, Cuff and Link.
I'm disagreeing with you a lot tonight, Randy. First of all, I think you look stunning. Sharp notes, a few. So what?
Okay,
Your
5.
performance was powerful. Your showmanship was on point. I thought you did a lovely job.
No, that's not the one. All right,
she's good. Lovely job.
Screw it. That was supposed to be the one where she just says, well, you're beautiful.
Yeah, she goes, well, you're beautiful.
That's all she
hey,
could
thank
say.
you, Paula.
Say about
it's a
that.
singing competition, you idiot.
I like when Randy gets street and says dog.
Oh, and he's got the dog pound.
What?
Yeah, all the guys that were sitting waiting for tomorrow's competition, which is tonight, he would go, what do you think, dog pound? And they'd all wave their fist in the air and go, ooh, 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 ooh. You know, I've seen that somewhere. Yeah, he completely bit Arsenio's bit from 20 years ago.
Is he really trying to get back in touch with his roots and apologize to black people for being in Journey?
Yes, he was the bass player in Journey for a while.
When the fuck was that?
After the original bass player left.
After all the hits, let's just put it that
after,
way.
after all the hits. Lovin', touching, squeezing, you won't be here. No. Wheel in the sky, no Randy Jackson.
When the
there.
lights,
when the lights go down,
when they were opening for Great White.
Yeah, then you'll see Randy Jackson.
Open arms.
Open arms.
No.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Ross Valerie was the bass player for Journey back then.
Yeah.
If anybody wanted a little trivia, wanted to know who Randy Jackson
Actually, I
replaced.
didn't know that one. Very good, Anthony.
Yes.
Hey, what's up with this contract, Bill Burr? You emailed this to everyone last night.
Oh, this is just a cute little contract that this guy who's up on allegedly is,
boy, Bill.
is up on some sort of child abuse, sexual assault.
All right, who is
charges?
Let me just preface that.
Yeah,
at least on this show, right?
Rat.
And
full of rats. Even
on
the
the
kids.
on the Smoking Gun, they had his contract that I guess he had his wife sign if she was actually going to be his wife. It's called a contract of wifely expectations.
All right, now what is the problem with this?
I failed to see the problem. I just want to, give this guy, to have the balls to actually write this up. I don't know what the fuck he said to his wife to get her to sign this shit.
Did she sign it?
I have no idea. I mean, the guy was married, I
There's
think.
spaces where she has to initial after every paragraph. Every
You know what? I have to be
made.
honest here. My girl fucking sent me this shit. I read the first paragraph and a half, and I'm like, this is a fucking home run. I didn't read the rest of it. But I just...
Because I'm thinking the other way. I'm thinking this could be one of those joke emails that you just send to your buddies at the office.
No,
This
it's
was
on
on
the Smoking Gun.
on the Smoking Gun.
They're pretty good.
So there's some credibility behind this.
Yeah, they don't.
They're pretty good over there, right?
Yeah, they have a pretty good track record.
Because this almost looks like the same shit as, like, why chocolate is better than men.
No, this guy looks like a guy that was having some issues with a wife and figures to let me lay down the law in a contract form.
Incidentally, this is true, I've read a contract like this that was signed by Carla Homolka. Paul Bernardo had her sign a contract like this. It was in a book. It was very similar in nature. Yeah, like when you bring me a drink, you will bring it quickly and happily. It was like that exact type of contract, and it was
So these are just common sense things that they decided to write down.
Well, a lot of times what will happen is, and I hope I don't come off as being sexist, but the hole that you've dragged in to ruin your life won't exactly get it, so you have to jot down a few things to keep her on the straight and narrow.
Hey, we got to back up 1 second here. Brian in West Virginia.
Hey, why is Jimmy getting away with that two-turtle joke?
It wasn't a great joke, but it was a reference from something, sir.
Sir, if I thought he actually uttered that out as a true joke, I would have laid into him. I understand he was making a Rocky joke, and
yeah, it's the reference to Rocky.
Very funny.
Thank you. It wasn't like a real punchline, sir. I wasn't like I thought of like two words that go together: shirt and collar. No, cuff and
Cuff and Link. And Jimmy has come up with some very funny Rocky jokes about the miscarriage in the pet store. So he has he gets a gimme on the Cuff and Link.
But it wasn't the miscarriage. Fucking kid came out with a 30-year-old man's head of hair. He had Eric Logan hair when he was
That's
born.
right. It wasn't a miscarriage. It was almost.
It should have been.
Paulie almost gave her that miscarriage.
Yeah.
Coming yelling at her.
She falls on bird feed. Fucking.
First, she's lugging around a big thing of dog food, ready to drop a kid.
Yeah, he's bouncing a rubber ball. Stupid dago.
Comes in yelling. Some wop.
All right, so back to this contract.
What about me? Shut up.
Yeah, you're wrong. Friends don't know. That was in 3 when he got stylish.
Yeah.
He's good.
All right, contract of wifely expectations. It says, for purpose of clarification, you and any form of it will refer to...
Whatever her
That's
name
her
is.
name.
Oh, her name.
Blank Fry.
I and any form of it will refer to Travis Frey.
Fry.
Yeah. Frey.
Fry.
Whatever the guy's name is.
So it starts off with the hygiene.
Hygiene and self-care.
This is what he expects.
And she had to initial this. You will shave every 3rd day, which includes underarms, chest.
Chest.
She probably had nipple hair and he hated it.
Oh. What is that 3rd word there?
Legs.
Oh, legs. You know, what every girl says. Legs and pubic area, navel to anus, in parentheses. All areas are to be completely clean-shaven. Above your vaginal slit, you may have a patch of pubic hair in any shape that must be centered above your vaginal slit. It must measure no greater than 2 inches by 1 inch and will maintain a hair length of less than 1/3 of an inch.
How do you not love this guy?
Please initial here.
There's not a guy in the country that wouldn't have loved to have the courage to give this to his awful wife.
Yeah, if you're lucky, maybe a Valentine's Day, your birthday's coming up, maybe once every couple of years, you did something right, and she'll do this. This guy is expecting this every 3rd day.
Isn't this the old head of the household bit from the Honeymooners? Didn't Ralph try to give Alice this contract? Alice, shave that box. Clothes and other apparel.
All right.
You will wear only thigh-high...
thigh highs.
Oh, thigh-highs, garters, and only thong panties. The only exception will be during your menstrual cycle, at which time you could wear either or both. Oh, either or both. Mm-hmm. Half of your shoe purchases will be high heels 2 inches or more. You will then wear high heels more often. You will give me all non-thong panties and all pantyhose, all tights, all knee-high, and or ankle-high nylons. You will be able to keep 5 pair of non-thong panties of your choice for use during your menstrual cycle. Initial here.
What is fucking wrong with this?
I gotta call Bravo Sierra. Come on. Is this real?
This guy wrote this contract for his wife.
I'm telling you, they must have had. I'm gonna go out on a limb, kind of like Paul and Carla had some weird dom sub thing where she might have even been turned on by this complete.
Really?
Yes.
Well, this guy is on the smoking gun because of some kind of charges.
I don't know actually.
It's allegedly, isn't it?
It's
here's the story.
All
here.
right. I hope he's got the story. Thank you, Travis, for flailing wildly, and it's completely distracting me and giving me zero information. Thank you for that.
A Council Bluffs man is accused of kidnapping his own wife, and prosecutors allege he devised a marriage contract to establish what his wife was to do and when she was to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Fry, or Frey, 33, is accused, among other things, of giving his wife chances to win good behavior days.
That's fantastic.
We have to read every word
You know
of
what
this
this
contract
is?
now.
This is just, they started off doing a little role-playing.
Yeah.
They didn't have a safety word.
Yeah, and this is where it went.
When she was saying, get me out of the trunk, it was just making his dick stiffer.